So if you're a writer, you know how difficult it is to not get distracted. So I have some devices here that I think are so free and cool to try to stay focused when you're writing and not get distracted. And best of all, most of these are super cheap. If you've looked at something like the Free Write, which is really cool looking, but pretty darn expensive, this fills the same purpose for super cheap. This is the Alphasmart Neo, and I have never been this excited about something so outdated. It's like so jorky but so cool at the same time. This thing is amazing. I've like emotionally bonded with it already. I'm already worried, like what if something should happen to it? Because it's amazing. Like it just does so few things, but the things that it does so well. The Alphasmart Neo, it has a gem tattoo that I added to it that does not come with it. This thing is so freaking cool. I mean, no, it's not cool. It's like really outdated, but the fact that it does exactly what I want it to do. Yeah. Comparison, I'm gonna put an iPhone 7, if you can remember, it's like so ancient. That's an iPhone 7, so that gives you some sense of the size. Let's use it. Let's turn it on, and immediately it tells you the battery, and it opens your file, and it takes you to the spot that you were at last, as you can see. And you can use the home button that will take you up to the top of the file, or you can go to the end button that will take you to the bottom, so you don't have to scroll, but you can use the arrows and you can go through. You can also change how big the font is. I have 6 lines. You can make it as few as 2 lines. The screen, the text is really clear and good. This angle is making it look weird for some reason, but it, as you can see, it looks great, and it is not weird looking at all. Now it has a separate key for each file. Okay, so to switch files, you literally just hit the key. This is the cord, it comes with it most of the time. You have to buy these things off of like eBay because they don't make these anymore. These were made between around 2007 and 2013. They made them for schools mostly and for writers and journalists that were in the field. And you can use it in the sun because of the type of screen that it has, and just put a booklight on it. The booklight does not fit, like the clip does not fit on the back because the back is too wide, but you can clip the booklight to your shirt actually, and that works great. Or you can just clip it onto something on your desk, like if there was a power outage or something, or if you were on a plane. You can even put the booklight on your lap underneath the Neo. Cord, you simply plug it in as a USB. You can use this on any device, okay? Mac, PC, phones, tablets, and then it just goes in with this other cord that you stick in here, and then you connect it to your computer or whatever device. It will read it. It will read it as a external keyboard, so you have no compatibility issues at all. And you just click this send button, send, and it will go right into your device. You just open a document on that device. It can be an email document. It can be like composed message in email. It can be a Word document, a Pages document, really anything that's a text-based document, notepad, whatever. You just click send, and it will type the text. So it takes a little while for it to type, but it works super well. You can get the user manuals for this online. I'm going to use this old iPhone 7, and I opened up a notepad file, just a new note, but you could do the same thing with like any text editor. I'm going to use this little thing. It's from you can plug a USB into this end, and then this end goes into your phone. And let's see if this works. The cord is USB on this side, which goes into this thingy, and then the other side goes into the Neo. So it goes in like that. Case, it immediately says keyboard detected, blah blah blah. Okay, so now on here it says attached to Mac emulating keyboard, please send blah blah blah. Press the send key here. Okay, I'm pressing send, and do you see how it's typing what I had on the Neo onto the phone? And that's about the speed. So it's the kind of thing you'd probably want to get up and walk away if it was super long. And to disconnect it, you just unplug it. Connector you would need to put it onto your phone, simply because you need something to go to that. I have too many cords, I'm tangled. Now I have that right here, and I can back it up easily anywhere. I can email this to myself, I can put it into clouds, whatever I want to do. And I make sure that doesn't get lost. This is just a nonsense thing I just wrote right now. This isn't from any of my actual books. So pretty easy to throw that in a tote bag. I have a tote bag actually. Let's test it out. Okay, this tote bag, it's like a little bit too big. You could definitely use a much smaller one. It's fine, and yeah, that's not difficult. And it's super comfortable. It's not putting even any strain on my shoulder the way that a computer would. Super nice to take to a cafe, and the other nice thing is you don't really have to worry about it being stolen because it's cheap. Now they're going for anywhere from like 40 to 60 bucks, maybe 40 to 100, depending where you get it on eBay or a seller like that. Laptop sleeve too, to keep it waterproof. If you want this tote bag, by the way, I actually drew this, and you can buy it online. They have smaller sizes as well. This is one of the bigger ones. I'll put a link to that below. Yeah, this thing is just so amazing, and the keys are really nice. As far as the typing experience, it just feels exactly like a regular keyboard. It's amazing. It's just, I've like bonded with it already, and I just, it's so weird because it's so like old and uncool, but I just love it. Keep in mind there's a lot of different versions of this thing. There's the Neo2, and then I think there was like just a regular Neo. There was a lot of other versions that are older. The Neo2, I believe, is the newest, though the Dana might be a little bit newer. The Dana has added features, but it takes away from the battery life, which I don't like the idea of, because the whole reason to have something like this is because it lasts for a year on 3 AA batteries that you put in the back here. And there is a way to change the button cell battery. It's like a watch battery that's also in there, but it's very hard. There are directions online. You can find YouTube videos of how to do that. But to change that, you have to unscrew all these screws using special screwdrivers. I think it's a 6 and a 10, but I don't know. There's separate YouTube videos on how to change the button cell battery in there. Then you have to actually unscrew the freaking motherboard, and then you can access the battery underneath it. The benefit to that though is when your AA batteries die, you could potentially lose your work, right? Say you just wrote the most amazing chapter and then the batteries die. The button cell battery will keep it from like erasing your work. There's no way to know how old the button cell battery in here is, because these things were born anywhere between 2007 and 2013, I think. So you don't know exactly how old it is, and those things only last, I think, 6 or 7 years. So it's probably smarter to just go ahead and replace your button cell battery so that if your AA's die, your work won't be lost forever. Because obviously if your work is only on here, it's vulnerable to being lost, which is why it's important to just back it up as much as you can. Like if you write a chapter, just plug it in real quick. If you're at a cafe, you could even just plug it into your phone to back it up. With the Neo 2, you have a way to check the battery. When you turn it off and on, it immediately shows the battery on that side, but there's another way to check it, which it says all the instructions on the back. You don't even have to know what you're doing with this. You don't have to read a whole guidebook. Okay. Control Command B. Battery capacity is at 100%, blah, blah, blah. I saw a video and someone was saying that you couldn't check the battery on here, which really freaked me out because then you don't know if you're going to lose all your work, right? So I was very happy to see that on the Neo 2, it has that you can check it at any time, which is amazing. This is not the best tool to edit because you certainly can navigate with the keys. You know, you can go up and everything to other lines, but it's just, you can't hold the arrow down. You have to click it every time, and that's a little annoying. So you probably wouldn't want to edit too much. It does have a spell check. That's a button. You press it, and it will spell check your file. If you do have an error and it thinks it might know what word it is, it gives you options. Like, did you mean house? Did you mean mouse? And then you can do that. But really, I don't think you're going to be using the spell checker on here too much when you can just transfer it to your device and then easily put it into any of your normal spell checkers, grammar checkers, of which there's a ton online now, like Grammarly and other ones that you can paste or upload text into that will then check all your spelling and grammar. Say that I like just type in the word and then I'll just do spell check and it will give me the option. So that could be useful. Every now and again I feel like there's a word I just like cannot spell and I forgot what the word was. There was one recently that I could not remember how to spell it. If I want to delete that, I just go to clear file, which is right here. I just clear file. And the nice thing is it asks you, do you really want to delete this file? Yes or no? Thank you for asking me because I was worried of accidentally hitting that key. So if you accidentally hit the key, you would also have to hit the yes key. I think there might be some way to lock the keypad when you're transporting it, but I don't know how to do that. You can find all of this stuff in its user manual online. This is like what I've actually wanted for a long time, and I just kept thinking, why does no one make a word processor like they had in the 90s, 2000s, where it just worked, right? And it wasn't complicated, it wasn't messing things up, and so this thing is so cool. Control, Option, Command, F. I don't have enough fingers. So if you want to change the font, you just do Control, Option, Command, F, and then it tells you how many lines you want to select. And look, 2 lines, look how cool that is. Like if you had a vision problem or something, maybe 6 lines is nice. I probably will end up using the 6 line because I like to see a lot of my lines at one time to see how they kind of work together. But for some people that might be too small. And the lighting in here is making the font look a little bit unclear, but that's just the lighting. It's the screen itself is very clear, as you can see. You can do medium also, which is 5 lines. The standard is 4 lines that it comes with. Makes me want to work on it. It's just so easy. You know, there's nothing to distract you. There's no Wi-Fi on this. So this is just, man, this thing is amazing. Love it. And you know, it does not come with the bling. I added that on. And I'm now debating if I want to bling it out a little bit more. There are YouTube videos of people who have spray painted theirs. And if you're going to do that, you might want to watch some additional YouTube videos with some tips on that because the paint can flake off. See some people online who had theirs die when they were trying to change the battery. They were able to fix it by taking all the batteries out for 10 minutes and then putting them back in, which I guess factory resets it, but you will lose like all your data and everything, so make sure you back it up with the cord first. Other bling ideas for your Neo2, they do have stick-on crystals that you can put on there. Also stickers. Initially my goal was to find a cute typewriter sticker and put a couple of those on there, but unfortunately I couldn't find any typewriter stickers that I really liked. I actually then made some typewriter stickers that I liked a lot better, but then I got the idea that I could use some gold stuff. This is for cars and boats, so it like once you put it on there it sticks on forever, so I'm a little nervous to put this on there because you can't like pull it off and like change your mind. It would be very cute to have a sticker like here and here, but it's grown on me. At first I thought this was like hideously ugly, and now I'm like starting to like it. Like I think it's actually pretty. It's weird. But I don't know. I'm like, I could cover it in gems, or I could cover it in a cool like Art Deco maybe style of line art, because Art Deco is like gold over black. So I think that would look really cool to have something, maybe even just around that part. Anyway, the bling is not the most important part, but it's kind of fun. And if you connect it to a phone or to whatever device using the cord, you can just use this as an external keyboard too. The device will recognize it as an external keyboard, and you can type and it will go right onto that device. So it's just another thing that's great. But I also think this would be really nice, like if you were on a long car trip and like you weren't driving, maybe a train trip or something. I don't know, people take train trips anymore. You could have this on your lap. You can print. I think that's what this is. It has a paper, so it looks like a USB type thing. You just need a printer cord, put it into a printer, and you can print it out. I don't know why you would want to do that. This is the port for connecting it to your device. And this is some kind of infrared thingy that you need to have the right software and devices and stuff that I do apocalypse backup for everything. Because think of it, like if you lost power for a week or two and you wouldn't be able to do any of your work, right? And if you're a writer, you could still keep writing novels, writing stories, writing poems, whatever it is that you write, or even nonfiction or essays, whatever it is. You would keep writing for a year. This line here, and I turn it off, and you don't have to hit save or anything, it just knows. I turn it back on, and it goes right back. They seem very, very reliable from what I've seen, but these guys are a little bit old, and you never know if they might suddenly die. So for that reason, the same way on any device, I'm constantly saving, whether I'm on a laptop or a tablet or whatever, I'm always saving. So I would say write your file, put it on your device, and then probably just delete your file, because you don't really need to save it on here for any reason. It's easier to edit in Word or Pages. Let's talk about some other dirt cheap options for just text-based stuff that you can do that's basically like a free write, but a lot cheaper than hundreds of dollars. So here we have dirt cheap keyboard that is from a gazillion years ago. It's so lightweight, it's low on here that I don't really want to use it. I don't want to have to hit an app and like sit there forever for it to open. So it's good to just use a notepad, or this is some kind of app that's like a text editor, and you just put it on a stand, right? I did the same thing with an old iPhone 7 that is too old to even get cell service from my carrier, but it works fine with like Wi-Fi, and you could easily take all of this to a cafe, or, and this folds up. That would be very similar to a free write type of an experience. And this is another option, which is a jelly comb keyboard. The thing about this is it actually is a stand itself. Just pair it with a Bluetooth. It has 2 spots for that, And to do this, you just go in your settings and turn on Bluetooth, and then you hold down button 1 or button 2, which means that you can have this keyboard work with 2 different devices. So literally anything that fits in there. So you could use, keyboard is pretty heavy. Like, I don't think it would be the best thing to carry with you all around town, and you charge it there. Nice. They look like typewriter keys, and they have that nice clicking. You could put this on your lap. Too much heavier than like a laptop would be. So if you're comfortable carrying a laptop to a cafe, this would be fine for you. But that's the reason you would want stuff like this, is because you don't want to be distracted. You want to just get a lot of work done very quickly, very efficiently, and there you go. You have basically a free write for extremely cheap. I have a 13-inch laptop case here, just from Amazon, and it fits pretty perfectly. It's a little snug over the top because the Neo is a little thick on the top part. So you could get the next size up. I think it fits perfectly for me. So here we have it, and it's 13-inch case. You can see it's just a teensy bit snug, but it does fit in there fine. Over time, that might kind of stress the zipper a little bit, I'm thinking. And this was only like 10 bucks on Amazon anyway, so, and it's waterproof, so it's great to throw that into a tote bag and it will keep it dry, which is great. And I do like this case because it has this like really soft foamy stuff. It's like very plush and soft, but I think it's nice for its keys. And it is waterproof. That's like the most important thing, just so it doesn't get destroyed. You definitely don't need to decorate your Neo if you don't want to, but I couldn't resist adding this tattoo sticker from the moment that I got it. And now I'm really thinking about different ways to decorate it. I do have this gold tape, and I've been considering putting it along its screen possibly, or possibly doing a like geometric design with it. Something else you can do is put stickers on here. My original plan was actually to put one sticker here and one sticker here, and I couldn't find any stickers online like I was picturing. I wanted a typewriter here and another here, and then maybe something else writing related, like small here. So I actually drew my own stickers that I'm going to link to below. If you want to buy them, you can. And the cheapest sticker is actually 2 inches by 2 inches. I think that would fit pretty well to get the smallest, or you could get the next size up and it might kind of come down here a bit. I have a 3 inch by 3 inch square here, and I have a 2 inch by 2 inch square here. So clearly this works better in general if you have like a square sticker, but it really depends on the shape of your sticker, because if you have an oval inside of this, which is what my stickers are, they're a typewriter, and it's like an oval, then it's going to fit even better depending on like how you angle it. And same goes with the 3 inch by the 3 inch. This looks like way too big, and I mean it is. However, sorry, I have pen all over myself. There are some stickers that are 3 inch by 3 inch, right? But then you peel them off the backing and it's a lot smaller. So depending on your sticker, the 3 inch by 3 inch might actually work fine if your shape of a sticker is more like that and you're cool with wrapping it around. So those are some ideas. In general, I think the 2 inch by 2 inch would look cuter. My typewriter is an oval, so same thing as this bigger one. To your case, and you could make it a lot bigger. This is the 3 inch by 3 inch, 2 inch by 2 inch. You could even do a 4 inch by 4 inch on your case, and that would be very cute if it was like a writing related sticker. I'll put the link below, but you go to society6.com/unicornsmile, and then I have my stickers there. So this is just a cupcake. I have I'm not a cat, This is a really good gift for lawyers. And all of these you can get in the different sizes up to really big. And all of these you can change the background to white, or it can be transparent, like this one's transparent, but this is my lion one, which is, I think it's really nice for like remembering your personal strength. A Novelist tote bag that's a typewriter, and the sizes are pretty cool. You can get 13 by 13, which is barely gonna fit the Neo, but you can also go 16 by 16 and have it definitely fit. And I have the same Novelist design on a bunch of different things. This is an art print that you could hang on the wall, which would be kind of cool to have in your writing space. Throw pillow would be really cute if you have maybe a little couch in your writing room. Serving tray would be cute if you have like a book club or a writing group that you do and you serve beverages when you have people over. That would, coffee mug, of course, notebook. Okay, here we have the Novelist typewriter sticker. It's in gray and it's on sale right now. I would probably get this in the 2x2 for $3 because I think it would fit better. I would probably get the white background on it so that it definitely will show up against your black Neo. The art prints are more, but you know, if you have money for it, it's kind of cool to take your writing seriously enough to actually have something on the wall that reminds you that you are a novelist. And if your budget is a little bit smaller, you can get a poster for on sale for $21.25. You could actually get a poster frame pretty cheap online, and if you framed that, that would look really nice on the wall. And there's t-shirts, there's hoodies, there's almost everything on the store you can check out. These cards would be cool either for a writer that you know as like a birthday or something, or as a thank you if you have, and that's the price for a pack of them. If you have a writing group or something like that, you could give this as either an invitation to your writing group or as a thank you for people who have been coming to your writing group for some time. Here's another sticker that you can get in the 2x2, and it says I love reading, and it has a little coffee with a heart stirrer. I think that one would be really cute on the Neo also, or on your laptop. And again, you can get this bigger for your laptop as well, for the back of your laptop, or like right here next to the keys. I think it would be cute also. And you can get all these like in an art print that you could hang up on the wall too. If you have like bookshelves in your home or a little library, I think that would be super cute. Or maybe you have your own novels somewhere in your home and you could put this right next to it. I think this shirt would be cute also, especially for like a librarian or someone you know who either reads a lot or maybe a school librarian. I just think it would be cute. It's a conversation starter too. I love shirts that start conversations because it's a great way to like meet new people without it being awkward. I used to wear like weird shirts to the gym for that reason. I can't tell you how many people started talking to me. I had like a Cookie Monster shirt I would wear at the gym and people would always comment on it. So I think conversation starter shirts are very awesome, especially since a lot of readers and writers tend to be introverts and it can be kind of hard to start the conversation. You could also get this in a tote bag, which would be really cute to take to like a bookstore or the library or just out and about around town. Again, it's a really nice conversation starter if you're in line and someone else is like, oh, that's a cute bag. Oh, I love reading too. What do you like to read? And then look, you have a new friend. Same with the coffee mug. I even have throw pillows for all these things. I know the weather's heating up already, but like these sweatshirts are really cute. I might get some of these for like next year. You can get all these things in like a laptop or an iPad scan also, which is just like basically one big sticker you can put on the back of your computer. And I believe they're removable as well. If you change your mind, it doesn't just destroy your computer. Or you can just get a laptop sleeve. I think this tray would be really nice if you do have some kind of book club that you go to. Or for the host of a book club, I think that would be a cute gift. Or if you're hosting it yourself in your home, like you could put your snacks and drinks on that and that would be super cute. Or even if you're giving everyone like pencils and notebooks or whatever. iPhone case, just another serving tray. or a wine chiller if your book club is that kind of book club. And the poster is very affordable because it's only on sale for $21, and you could frame that and it would look a lot more expensive if you got just a cheap frame. This notebook I think would be super cute either for writers or for readers. If you're reading a novel, you can make notes in it, especially if you do reviews online. You could keep track of like your impression of the novel and stuff, so when it comes time to write your review, it's very easy for you to just look and see what your impressions were. Okay, here is my writer sticker, and this is what I picture. This is what I wanted on my Neo, and I could not find it. It says writer. Let me zoom in on this a little bit. Here's my writer sticker. This is what I pictured that I wanted on my Neo. I think it would look super cute right here. And I couldn't find a sticker like this anywhere, so I drew it myself, and this is with the white background. I would probably get this as a 2x2 sticker, which I believe is $3 on sale right now. You could get a transparent background. It might blend in a bit though, because the typewriter is black or very dark gray, as is the Neo. But I think this would be super cute, and it says writer on it, 4x4 on a notebook. And the sizes, as you see, go up to 6x6, which would be really good on the back of a laptop or on your case here. You could just put a really big sticker there, which would be cute if you don't want to have to buy the whole laptop sleeve. I would probably get this with a white background. You could do a transparent if you wanted, but just think about the color of the background. It might blend together a little bit. Like on your Neo, it might be a little bit too dark to get transparent, but it's just the look that you like. Okay, now this one is expensive, so not everyone can afford this, but it's a credenza. And I think this would be super cute because the doors, they open and you could have all your writing related things in here, like your Neo and your laptop and all of your printed out drafts, your editing, your typewriter, whatever you have. And much more budget conscious, we have a laptop and iPad skin, which is like a big sticker that you stick onto your laptop. And tote bag. I think this would be a really cute tote bag to carry the Neo around in, because I sort of think of the Neo as like a typewriter. This is just a cute mug, and I think if you're a writer yourself, it's cute, but it's also a really cute gift if you know someone who's a writer. Here we have the laptop sleeve, and I don't know how narrow this is, so I'm not sure if this would fit the Neo perfectly or not, but I would definitely size up a little bit just to make sure. Here's the poster, which is much more budget conscious, and you can buy these poster frames for like 10 bucks if you look around online, and so you could get a really nice piece of art there for not much, or you could just put it up as a poster too, depending on your aesthetic. This is a desk mat. That keyboard's kind of in the way, but I think it's kind of cute to make it look like a giant typewriter. And again, you can get more expensive, like actual wall art that's gonna cost more. And you can buy some of this stuff actually framed for more money, which is pretty darn cute to have like in your little office or little library or wherever it is that you write. My apartments are always super small in NYC, so kind of everywhere is everywhere to me, but it's a nice reminder of what you're doing here. This is another sticker that I really wanted to have something that said write, and this comes in, this is an art print, but it comes in the sticker as well, and you can again get the white background or the transparent background. And I think this would be the side of the Neo if you get the 2" by 2". I just think you could even get the black typewriter over here and then the right one there, or you could get a big right sticker and put it on your case. Here's a laptop skin where you can get it really gigantic, and same deal, comes on just about everything, including the tote bag with the white background. I think this would look really cute here. Also the coffee cup, and you can even get a pillow. I have t-shirts as well. Again, really cute conversation starter. These little pouches I think would be really cute to take for cords. Maybe if you're taking your laptop out and you have like a cord for that, or maybe a battery pack, pencils, little notebooks, I think all that would be really cute. There's a little acrylic box, and I was thinking this would be cute, like if you put a pebble in it every time that you did your writing for that day and you could like see it accumulate. I think that would be kind of cool. Or it could be some kind of like place to put money towards your writing, right? Like if you are really invested in that and maybe you're spending money on advertising for your books or classes or whatever, you could get this little box and then put your loose dollars in there to save up for maybe a writing conference, maybe a book on how to write better, whatever it is you're saving up for. And again, some more expensive wall arts, which would be cute to have in your office for writing. What time is it? It's time to write. And just as a notebook, it's cute as well. Whether you're jotting down notes for your novel, which is important for like remembering who your characters are, continuity, things you need to edit, whatever you need to jot down. Another greeting card that would be cute either for a writer that you know or as a thank you note for people who have been coming to your writing group or to invite people to a writing group. Conversation starter t-shirts, more serving trays, more sweatshirts. That's not the right season for, but I'll be back for you next year. Another desk mat. It's covered by the keyboard, but you get the idea. Just to help motivate you. And a cute laptop case again. Poster. Same deal with the pink one right from the heart, which I think would look cute on this side because of how it's angled, but of course you could put it wherever you want. Also, coffee mug. Most of these I have in most of the designs. There's a few that are only in certain things, but if you look, you'll probably find most designs in most of the products. Yeah, I think that sticker would look really cute on the Neo. Most of these also come in water bottles and coffee containers. And here's one with an open heart. How cute is that for going to the cafe? And this one is expensive, but how cute would that be with all your writing stuff inside and your novels maybe on the top of it going across? How cute. Or a simple poster if that's more on your budget, and this would look adorable framed in either like a black frame, white frame. Our sticker. White background, you could do transparent background too. Coffee mug. Greeting card. This is one of my favorite designs. I'm probably gonna get this one. I think this shirt is really cute. You can even get a duvet cover. iPhone case. For other stickers, there's also a little watermelon that you can get a white background. I also have Yay for books and coffee in 2 different colors. Here's a tie-dye with the lion saying freedom, which I think is good to remember because you want to give yourself freedom to just open your mind and write creatively. The kiss kiss I think would be cute if you're writing romance. And this is my favorite. I'm gonna put this one right here. The feelings, right here. If you have a hard time remembering to like include feelings in your characters, which a lot of very logical people sometimes have that problem. Some high heels I think would be super cute. You can actually snip these two apart right there and put one on each side. Another freedom sticker. I think this would look really cute. So New York City stickers as well. Just a regular tie-dye lion. Also have the lion on a pink background, and I have a giant high heel. These hearts I think would be cute with a transparent background. And how cute would this be? I have the freedom one in like a pink color as well. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get this sticker. More New York. I hope that gave you some ideas on how to decorate your Neo if you want to. I mean, it's cute on its own. You don't need to decorate it, but I think I am gonna get a couple stickers here. I'm not sure if I want to replace this with a sticker, and I might outline like the edge of this. I got this on Amazon. I probably will outline the edges of that just to make it look extra snazzy. And I have been using this thing. It's crazy, but it is just so easy to use. that I wrote a whole thing on a life coaching book that I had wanted to start for some time. And I wrote all of this on the Neo in 2 sessions. It was so easy. And this was something that I kept thinking, I just don't have time to do this because I'm too busy. And I wrote all of that when I normally wouldn't. So I was seriously sitting here on the couch like, okay, what am I gonna do today? Blah, 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 trying to get my to-do list together. And then I just started writing on it. And I wrote all of that without it being a big deal. And then I used the cord and put it onto the computer, and bam. Now I have 9 pages of single-spaced start to my book on life coaching that I otherwise wouldn't have. I've seriously been thinking of writing a life coaching book for so many years, and I just never have the time. You know how that goes. The formatting all was fine except this part. It did have like number 1 and the number 1 again, which I think is something that Word did. But the rest of the formatting was totally fine. And I even used the spell check on the Neo and it worked fine. A lot of people complained about the spell check, and I don't exactly know why, because it was very easy to use. Well, I didn't find anything here, but you can ignore, edit, I don't know what context is, but add, you'll actually add a word to the dictionary if it's like a name of a character or something. And I had like 6 mistakes and I just went through really quickly. You can always press, I think escape. I thought I pressed press escape, you'll get out of the spell check. I mean, it makes more sense, I think, to use Word to actually edit, you know, like your grammar and everything. When it gives you those options, you just arrow over to which one you want. Like if I wanted trees, and then hit enter. Speaking of life coaching, if you wanted life coaching, just go to yourdreamslifecoach.com, click on About Us, and fill out the form. Include your email address so I can email you back, and I can send you my rates and let you know if your goal is the kind of thing that I coach. And it's basically about achieving your goals faster is what it's about. And it will describe all that here, blah, blah, blah. But if you are looking for coaching to support your goals, if you're a writer and you're trying to get a book out there, maybe you have some other goals like financial or social life or whatever they are. If it's a present moment goal and you want to get there faster, life coaching can help you with that. Now, I don't always have openings, so if I don't get back to you, I apologize. That means I'm just like slammed and I don't have a moment to even think. I will reply when I eventually do get time, and if I have an opening. You can get coaching, or you can just wait for my coaching book to come out, and then you can actually learn how to coach yourself, which would be a lot cheaper. And this was actually on MTV. And this is some of the media that I've been in with my coaching, blah, blah, blah. You get the deal. You can also go to my webpage, juliemwriter.com, and you will see that I have links to my Oracle Ring book that you can read. And this box right here, put your email address in here and click sign up. That will be for my email list. So like when this comes out as a regular Kindle book, if you prefer to read it like one book and not in VELLA, you can get an email when that comes out. I will not spam you. I will not give your email to anybody else. It's just for me to let you know about my novels, and you can always unsubscribe. You can read about the Oracle Ring in more detail here, and more about the plot, and I have my covers and everything. And my other 2 books that I have completed, but I've been proofreading like forever, Violet's Eyes or Dull as Dusk is coming out, and you'll be notified when that is up. And this is going to be a cute one, more of a romantic comedy. And then I also have another book, The Karma Killer, and it's also done and I'm proofreading it. So sign up for the email list so you know when these things come out. And this is a virus based on karma, and it's quite a combination of stories of different people, different families, and how they're affected. And I wrote this many years before Corona, and it has nothing to do with Corona. It's simply an epidemic based on karma. So get those email alerts so that you will know when this stuff comes out. And for now, you can read 3 free chapters of the Oracle Ring. All of my books, because I'm a life coach, I've written them very carefully because everything we consume contributes to the way that we see the world, right? And if you have very negative things in your mind, it can hamper you. It can make you feel stuck. It can make you feel like there's no hope, and it's depressing. So I try to have themes in all of my novels that when you think about those novels later on, they're actually inspiring and remind you of your own personal power to continue on despite adversity, to get what you want in life, regardless of what happens to you. And especially if you're feeling kind of stuck, it's just a good thing to read about people who are becoming unstuck or finding ways out of their situations, even if it seems really, really hopeless. And those are the themes that I have in all of my books. So that's why I started writing novels. And I was a writer before becoming a life coach. I wrote for a vitamin company, and I wrote freelance for many years. I was a copywriter, which is a marketing writer. So I hope you check out my stuff, and thank you so much for watching my video.